Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Bible Hour. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Moses and learning about Moses. If you remember, last week we were talking about Joseph. So this happens after Joseph. But before we get started with our story, we've got to figure out a few hand signs and symbols that we're going to do as we're listening to the story. As you listen to the story, every time that I say the word Moses or the name Moses, I want you to think of Moses walking through the desert with his big staff. So you're going to hold your hand out like you're holding a big staff. So if I say Moses, you do this. And every time I say Israelites, the Israelites had to work for many, many years as slaves. So they were always very sweaty. So when I say Israelites, you're going to act like you're wiping sweat from your forehead. So if I say Moses, like that. If I say Israelites, wiping the sweat from your head. Well, another character was Pharaoh. So if you say Pharaoh, I want you to put your arms across your chest like a mummy, like that. Okay? So Moses, Israelites, and Pharaoh. And Pharaoh was an Egyptian. So if we start talking about the Egyptians, listen for the word Egyptians, you're going to put your arms zigzag like an Egyptian. Okay? Pharaoh and Egyptian. And of course, the biggest and best character of all is God. And if I say God, I want you to put your arms forming a circle over your head because God rules over all. So here's a test. Moses, Israelites, Pharaoh, Egyptians, and God overall. So here's our story. After Joseph, his father Jacob, who was also called Israel, and all of his family died, there was a new Pharaoh, or king of Egypt, who was very mean to Israel's descendants, who were called the Israelites. Now, the Israelites were God's chosen people. The new Pharaoh, afraid of the Israelites because there were so many of them, made all of the Israelites slaves. And eventually, there were so many Israelites that the Egyptian people became scared. And Pharaoh ordered all the newborn baby Israelite boys to be killed by throwing them in the Nile River. That was pretty mean. However, the Israelite people feared God more than the Egyptians, and they loved their baby boys, so they did not kill their babies. That was a good thing. Now, there was an Israelite man of the tribe of Levi named Amram, and his wife was named 𝗕𝗂𝗏, and they had a son named Moses. And they did not want the Egyptians to kill Moses, so they hid him for 3 months. And eventually, it became too hard to hide baby Moses. So 𝗕𝗂𝗏, Moses' mother, made a basket and covered it with tar to make it waterproof. She put Moses in the basket and set Moses afloat in the Nile River near the shore. Now Moses' sister, Miriam, hid nearby and watched to see what would happen to Moses. And who do you think found Moses but the daughter of Pharaoh? God was watching over Moses because Pharaoh's daughter decided to adopt Moses. And when Miriam saw this, she ran to Pharaoh's daughter and asked if she needed someone to nurse and take care of the baby. Then Pharaoh's daughter said yes. So Moses' mother got to take care of him when he was still a baby. And when Moses became old enough, he lived in the palace with Pharaoh's daughter and grew up like an Egyptian. But as Moses grew older, he remembered his own people, God's people, the Israelites. One day, he saw an Egyptian beating up an Israelite, and this made Moses so mad that he actually killed the Egyptian and had to run away to a place called Midian so that Pharaoh would not kill him. Once in Midian, Moses met the daughters of a shepherd named Jethro. That's a fun name, Jethro. Moses helped Jethro's daughters water their sheep when some other bully shepherds wouldn't let them get near the well. When Jethro heard about this, he wanted to meet this person who had helped his girls. When they all thought that Moses was an Egyptian. After talking with Jethro, Moses decided to live in Midian and work for Jethro. Moses even married one of Jethro's daughters named Zipporah, and they had 2 sons. Now, in the meantime, back at the ranch, or Egypt, that is, the mean Pharaoh died. But the new Pharaoh was just as mean, and the Egyptians still kept God's people, the Israelites, as slaves. One day, Moses was taking care of the sheep, and he saw a bush that was on fire, but it was not burning up. Thinking, well, this is kind of weird. Moses went to check it out. And when Moses got near, God spoke to him from the bush, telling him to take off his sandals because he was standing on holy ground. God told Moses, I have seen my people, the Israelites, being oppressed by the Egyptians. I am sending you to talk to Pharaoh and lead my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. Moses was very scared, and he said that he couldn't do it. But God encouraged Moses by telling him, I will be with you. And God said that Moses could take his brother Aaron too. God told Moses, when the people ask who sent you, tell them the one who is called I Am has sent me to you. So God spoke to Aaron, his brother, and told him to go out into the desert and meet Moses. Together, Moses and Aaron went back to Egypt and told the leaders of the Israelites about God's plan. And when the Israelites saw the miracles that God allowed Moses to do, they believed that God was about to rescue them, and they all worshiped God. And that's the end of our story for this week.
Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Bible Hour. We're going to start by singing some songs. Let's start with the 10 plagues.
Then God sent plague number 1, turn the Nile into blood. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent plague number 2, hopping frogs all over you. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent plague number 3, swarms of gnats from head to knee. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent plague number 4, filthy flies, need we say more? All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent plague number 5, all the livestock up and died. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent plague number 6, boils and sores to make you sick. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent plague number 7, hail and lightning down from heaven. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent Plague number 8, locusts came and they sure ate. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent plague number 9, total darkness all the time. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. They told Pharaoh, let them go. Then God sent plague number 10, Pharaoh's son died, so he gave in. All the people in Egypt were feeling pretty low. Finally, Pharaoh let them go. Worship only God, do not make an idol. Do not take God's name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day. Love and obey your parents. Remember, do not kill. Love only your husband or wife, and do not steal. Do not tell a lie, don't want what others have. These are the rules God gave us. They're called the 10 Commandments. Joshua 1:9, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
Good job. All right, let's get our chariots going.
Roll the gospel chariot along. Beep, beep. Roll the gospel chariot along. Beep, beep. Roll the gospel chariot along, and we won't tag along behind. If a brother's in the way, we will stop and pick him up. If a brother's in the way, we will stop and pick him up. If a brother's in the way, we will stop and pick him up, and we won't tag along behind. Roll the gospel chariot along. Roll the gospel chariot along. Beep, beep. Roll the gospel chariot along, and we won't tag along behind. If a sister's in the way, we will stop and pick her up. If a sister's in the way, we will stop and pick her up. If a sister's in the way, we will stop and pick her up, and we won't tag along behind. Roll the gospel chariot along, beep, beep. Roll the gospel chariot along, beep, beep. Roll the gospel chariot along, and we won't tag along behind. If a sinner's in the way, we will stop and pick him up. If a sinner's in the way, we will stop and pick him up. If a sinner's in the way, we will stop and pick him up, and we won't tag along behind. Roll the gospel chariot along, beep, beep. Roll the gospel chariot along, beep, beep. Roll the gospel chariot along, and we won't tag along behind. If the devil's in the way, we will roll right over him. If the devil's in the way, we will run right over him. If the devil's in the way, we will run right over him, and we won't tag along behind.
Good job.
The Bible, yes, that's the book for me. I stand upon the word of God, the Bible, the Bible. I'll take it home with me. I'll read and pray and then obey the Bible. Saw, 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 pound, pound, pound. Build your house for Jesus with glory all around. Pound, pound, pound. Build your house for Jesus with glory all around. Build your house for Jesus with glory all around. For Jesus with glory all around. With glory all around. Saw, 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 pound, pound, pound. Build your house for Jesus with glory all around.
Oh, Amram, look at our beautiful baby boy. Yes, my sweet wife, he is a fine son. God has richly blessed us.
Oh, Mother and Father,
I'm afraid for my little brother. What if Pharaoh finds him?
Yes, Miriam, your mother and I are also concerned about the Pharaoh's new law. And such a horrible law it is. Why would the Pharaoh want all the baby boys to be thrown in the Nile River? Pharaoh is afraid of how numerous our people, the Israelites, have grown. He is afraid that we will turn against him and fight him.
Oh, what will we do? My little baby brother. He's only 3 months old and so helpless.
Well, your father and I have a plan which we hope will save him. Bring Father that basket over there.
Here you go, Father.
This basket is made of papyrus. We will coat the inside with tar and pitch.
Why would you do that?
So it'll float.
Float?
There, it's finished. Yes, float, my dear. I have kept your baby brother hidden for 3 months, but I don't think we can hide him much more. So we have decided to put your brother inside this basket and place him in the Nile River, hidden in the reeds.
Place him in the river?
Yes, Pharaoh wouldn't think to look there for the baby at the Nile. Miriam, we need you to watch over the baby at the Nile. Can you do this for us?
Sure I can.
Okay, then let's go. Goodbye, my son. Now, Miriam, you remember everything that I have told you.
Yes, Mother. I will do my best.
I know you will. Hide over there to the side, Miriam. Take care, my little boy. May God protect you.
Oh dear, someone is coming. Stay quiet, little brother. What a wonderful day for a bath at the river. What was that? It sounds like a baby crying. I shall have my servant investigate at once. Oh no, they'll find the baby. Oh look, a precious baby in a basket. It's obviously one of the Hebrew babies. He's so adorable. Don't cry, little one. I will take care of you. Your Majesty! Yes. Your Majesty, I see you found a baby. Yes, I have, and I intend to keep him. Your Majesty, would you like me to find a Hebrew woman who could nurse the baby for you? Yes, that would be an excellent idea. Bring the woman to me at once. Yes, Your Majesty. Mother! Mother!
Miriam, why aren't you watching your baby brother?
Oh, Mother, I have great news. The Pharaoh's daughter has found the baby, and she's going to take care of him, and I told her I would find one of the Hebrew women to help her take care of the baby. So I came to get you.
Oh, this is great news.
Hurry, Mother. She's waiting for us. Very good, young girl. Is this the woman you went after to help me with the baby? Yes, Your Majesty. Take this baby and nurse him for me, and I will pay you.
It will be done, Your Majesty.
I think I will call him Moses, because I drew him out of the water. Whee! Kurt, you come back here right now. Whee! I mean it. You get back here right now. Whee! Kurt? Have any of you seen my little brother Kurt? I know that he just went running by here a few minutes ago. Whee! Kurt, get over here right now. Great. Now who's at the door?
Hey, Tony, what's up?
Oh, it's you.
Well, nice to see you too, old buddy.
Oh, hey man, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
Well, Mom and Dad had to go out for a few minutes, and I have to babysit my little brother Kurt.
Well, I have a few minutes, so I'll help you.
Great.
So where is he?
That's the problem. He's driving me nuts. I've been trying to catch him for the past 15 minutes, and he just goes zipping by and hides.
Whee! Kurt, come here right now. See what I mean? The kid's driving me nuts.
He does seem to be a little quick.
A little quick? That kid is faster than Speedy Gonzales. How on earth does my mom do this?
Well, it could be worse.
How?
You could be Miriam.
Miriam, I'm not following you.
Well, you and Miriam both had to watch your little brothers, right?
Sure, so?
Well, Tony, you get to watch your brother in the comfort of your own home. Miriam had to watch her little brother in the comfort of the Nile River, which was probably swarming with crocodiles.
Well, as cool as it does sound to be with crocodiles, I guess that would be harder to take care of a baby at the river instead of here at home.
So see, things could be worse.
Whee! Kurt! Ugh! He got by me again! So now that you've pointed out how much easier a job I have than Miriam did, do you have any bright ideas?
Of course I do. You are looking at a babysitting pro.
Whee! Okay, pro. What's your great idea?
Just watch.
Whee!
Hey, Gert, come here. I've got a surprise for you.
Surprise? I'm coming.
Where'd you go? I know you're around here somewhere. Oh, yes, a surprise. If you will go sit really quiet on the couch, Tony will read you a story, and I will get you a juice box and some crackers.
Really?
You bet.
Okay, I'll go to the couch now. You coming, Tony? Rodrigo, you're a genius, man.
I know. Look, you better get over to the couch and start reading. Otherwise, he will be off and running again.
Thanks a lot, buddy. You really saved me.
No problem.
Tony, I'm waiting. Will you read me Chicka Chicka Boom Boom? Sure, anything you want, as long as you just sit still on that couch.
Wasn't that a great puppet show? Now it's time to see how much we learned today. I'm going to ask some review questions for Akemi and Penny to answer here, but I want you to try to answer the questions also. Hopefully your mom or dad is there to hear your answers. First question, who were God's chosen people?
Israelites.
That's right, Akemi. Who made the Israelites slaves?
Pharaoh, the king of Egypt.
That's right, Penny. Why did Pharaoh make them slaves?
He was afraid because there were so many of them.
Very good. What did Pharaoh order to be done to all the male Israelite babies?
That they be killed by throwing them in the Nile River.
When Moses was born, what did his mother do?
She hid him for months, then put him in a basket to float down the Nile River.
Very good. Who watched nearby to see what happened to baby Moses?
Moses' sister Miriam.
Who found baby Moses floating in the basket in the river?
Pharaoh's daughter.
That's right. What did Pharaoh's daughter decide to do with Moses?
Adopt him as her son.
Yep. What did Miriam do when she saw Pharaoh's daughter decide to adopt Moses?
Asked if she needed someone to nurse and take care of the baby.
That's right. When Pharaoh's daughter agreed she needed someone, who did Miriam get?
Moses' real mother.
That's right, Penny. Where and how did Moses grow up?
In the palace like an Egyptian.
Very good, Akemi. Moses knew he was really one of God's chosen people, the Israelites. So what happened when he saw an Egyptian beating up an Israelite?
He became angry, killed an Egyptian, and then ran away to Midian so he would not get killed by Pharaoh.
That's right. After Moses helped protect Jethro's girls from a bully, which daughter did Moses marry?
𝗕𝗓𝗓?
That's right, Akemi, Zipporah. So the mean Pharaoh died. What was the new Pharaoh like?
Just as mean, and kept the Israelites as slaves.
That's right. What did Moses see when taking care of the sheep?
A bush on fire, but not burning up.
Well, that's interesting. Who spoke to Moses from the bush?
God did.
That's right. And what did God tell Moses to do?
He told him to talk to Pharaoh and lead the Israelites out of Egypt.
Moses was scared, and he said he could not do it. So what did God tell Moses to do?
To take his brother Aaron with him.
Great job, Akemi and Penny. I am sure everyone at home did a great job also. Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed learning about Moses today. Come back next week to hear another lesson from God's Word.